so we are going to review our Wixie project that we're working on, the Diary of a, and choose your animal. I'm going to walk you through the lesson we did in class once again, and just review all those tools and give you a little bit more information on how we can create a really interesting diary of an animal book this year. All right, guys? So go ahead and watch the lesson, and then have fun working in Wixie.
All right, so to work on our Wixie project this week, we're going to go back into Class Link. Remember our Class Link tab up top. When we click on Class Link, we are looking for Wixie. Now, sometimes when we click on Wixie, it doesn't work the right way. It'll come and it'll say let's log into your Wixie account. I do not know why it's not pushing through, because when you click on this, nothing happens. But if I go back up to the top and I get rid of that, I go back into Class Link and I click on it again, the second time seems to work just fine. I don't know why that's happening, but I do know that that's the fix. Just close out the tab and then click on Wixie again, and you get into here. Okay, on yours, you'll have your assignments. It'll have one assignment for Diary of A, and so when you already started, I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open up. And you'll see this is the work that I did already, Diary of a Dolphin. Again, what we want to do is play with those tools to change the way things look. The tools change depending on what you select. So right now I'm on my Select tool. All of these are my different tools. I have Select, I have Microphone, I have Paint, I have another Select tool, but that's for selecting a larger object. Erase, Shapes, Spray Paint, can of Paint. This is Smudge, and then Clipboard, or Instructions, sorry. When I click on something over here, the tools change. So if I click on my text, I now have my text tools. They're only there once I've clicked on it, and that's how I can change the size of my font. Wee-oo, wee-oo. I can also change the style of my font if you wanted to use a different font. Okay, but I do like that for my first page. Okay. You can play around with these if you wanted to get rid of the italics, so put them on there. So this stuff we're going to play with on each one. When you're typing up your words, you can change your font. You can change the color of your font by clicking on this little arrow. And everything we want to remember, whenever we go into one of these little sections, we have a back arrow to bring us back to the main one. When I click back, I get back to here. Same thing with text. I click back, I get back to here. We'll look at shadow and bubble on the next page. Okay, so for this page, you're going to type in the name of your animal and a picture of the animal. To get that picture, up at the top, we have our image section. Okay, this is for adding image, this is for adding text boxes, this is for adding pages. We only have to really worry about the image today. We're going to click on image, and you'll search for what you want. Once you find what you want, you click on it, and that's when the add button becomes active. If I don't have anything selected, I can't add anything. Okay? So once you've selected something, then you can add it, and when you add it to the page, it's going to put it on there for you. Here is a dolphin. If it's too small, let's say I put it to the page and it's this big, or I put it to the page and it's this big, and I want to make it smaller or bigger, you look for that outline. We have our arrows pointing out. Okay, all these arrows that are pointing out, they're the two arrows. When you have the two arrows, if you click on that one, look what happens. It gets really skinny or really wide. So we have to be careful when we're clicking. We don't want to click the inside one. Same thing with this, really tall. I don't want that. We want to make sure that we're going to use these ones here on the corners, but not this one here, because if I click on that one, it deletes it. Okay, so if you ever do anything on here and you want to fix it also, you'll see I have what's called an undo button. Remember, keep calm and click undo. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to put it back the way I want. Use your corners to resize it. And then when you're in the middle, you have four arrows. Four arrows is for moving. So if I click, I can move this anywhere I want to move it because I have the four arrows. Same thing with your name. If you have the words, if you have four arrows, you can move them. If you don't have four arrows, you cannot. So if you need to get to move the name and you don't have your four arrows, what you need to do is click outside and then click on it again. Okay? All right, so our first page, Diary of a, put the animal's name, put a picture of the animal, use those tools to resize, to move stuff around, to get it where you think it looks the best. Then we're going to go up to the next page. And our next four pages are all going to have similar things. I'm going to go to the next one since I already did this time. So for winter, you saw I already did fall. For winter, I'm going to go ahead and do a text box again. It's down here for you. I put them all in there. And I'm going to think about what would I do in winter. In class, we talked about that fall is September, October, November. So your winter time is usually December, January, February. So what kind of stuff happens during those months? And what's the dates that they happen? So I'm going to put on here January. Nope, sorry, I'm going to put December 31st. Now I want to move it, so I click out. I click back on it. I get my 4 arrows, and I move it up here. And then I want to keep writing. So I'm going to double click to get my cursor back in there. Today is New Year's Eve. We stayed up until midnight and celebrated with poppers. Okay, I'm going to move this again because I can see that my word is marked off here. You really can't see that W there. So click off, click back on, and move it up again. And now I'm going to add those images. I've typed in my words. I'm going to go up to my image. I'm going to search for, well, actually first I'm going to put a dolphin in since I'm right here. Add that dolphin. Then go back up and search for New Year's hat. Okay, there we go. Take that party hat and we're going to make sure wherever we put our dolphin, we put the hat on top of it and resize it. Remember, use those arrows to resize. All right, so anytime if I do move my dolphin, I'm going to move the hat as well. Go back up and look for, there we go. I'm going to add some fireworks. I'm going to go back up to image and add some more fireworks. Go back to image and add some more fireworks. All right, I can resize some of these if I want to, or leave them the size that they are. Okay. So again, we're adding some fun things that our animal is doing. We're adding pictures, we're adding text. We can play around with that text also. If I click on here again, December 31st, I want a different text for this story. So I can go and click on the different choices and see which one looks best. There we go. I like that one there. Again, I'm going to move some stuff around so it's not covering up my words. All right. And then I'm going to move on to my next one. Okay. So we have all 4 of those that we need to do. Our last page is a little different. Our last page is the title, or the author page, created by. There's 3 things we're going to do to our author page. The first one is click here and type in our name. Then it says insert a picture of author here. You are the author. So I need to figure out how to put a picture of the author here. Up at the top, we had that image button. Image was for adding pictures. Well, your picture of you is an image. So I'm going to click on image, and I'm going to go to camera. When I click on camera, mine came on right away. Yours will not. I'm going to go ahead and reset that really quickly here. So when you click on camera, it's going to ask for permission. All you have to do is click allow the first time, and then it will remember that it's okay for this page to use your camera. You click allow, and you get a nice picture of yourself. Make sure you're looking at the camera, not at yourself. This would be a bad picture. Look at the camera, smile. And we're going to use those tools that we talked about with moving. I have 4 arrows, so I can drag this down to here. And then I go to my 2 arrows, and I drag it to as big as I can get it in the box. The box is a little bit missized. That's okay. I can make my picture a little bit bigger if I want. Okay, so first thing we did was put our name. Second thing, picture. The third thing is we're going to change our background. Okay, so you have 2 choices for backgrounds. You can click over here where it says background and select a color. Just put a color in the background if you want. Or if you'd rather do something else, you can click that back button and it says background picture. You can look through the pictures and see if you can find one that you like for the background. These are all different folders. So inside this folder is different choices. So if I want to put my picture like this, I click there, click add, and now that is my background. All right. What we'll have to do then is take a look. If you choose a background, look what happened to my name. Uh-oh. I'm going to click on it. Go over here to colors. Pick a color that I think pops out more or better. There we go. All right, so that's what we're going to be working on today. Reviewing, refreshing, and doing all of those 4 holidays. Make them look fun and interesting. And then you're going to finish this back page here too. And that's what you're going to be working on. We work on this a little bit more. I'm sure your classroom will have you working on it, and you can try to finish it up and get it turned in. Thanks, guys. Have fun with these. I can't wait to see your fun little stories and your diaries. Take care.